Marching to the American embassy but demanding change at home. The protest in London was the latest of many across the UK that have echoed events in the United States. But demonstrators are clear that there are huge challenges facing their own country.
People think the UK is innocent, the UK is not innocent, not at all. Like, it happens here every day, people don't speak about it, but finally people are speaking up, people are starting to know about it.
At this current moment in time, black lives are being largely affected, whether it's police brutality, whether it's institutionalised racism, and people are here to fight to say no more.
Before the weekend, Britain's Home Secretary said people should not be attending protests because of the risk of spreading COVID-19. Many here wore masks. Physical distancing wasn't always possible, but for many, the importance of making a stand outweighed any fears. There's been a series of protests here inspired by the killing of George Floyd in the US, but bringing in grievances specific to Britain as well. And they're part of a trend that's spread right across Europe now. In Italy, they gathered for an impromptu protest in Rome, taking a knee for nearly 9 minutes, the same length of time a white police officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck. There was also a large anti-racism demonstration in the Spanish capital, Madrid.
This is about racism, which I think is institutional and structural, and we have to protest against it. This was one more case that shows that the system damages a minority, and because we are not protesting every day, does not mean it doesn't exist.
Back in Britain, they pulled down a statue of a 17th century slave trader in the city of Bristol. One common demand on recent protests is better education about black history. As people continue to take to the streets across Europe, discussions are starting which many people feel are long overdue. Nadim, Al Jazeera, London.